The music of Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the coolest anime soundtracks I've found yet, in part because it utilizes one of my favorite genres of music in the prog rock, math rock whole world of metal adjacent music that I don't even know what to call. But it's full of insane rhythmic and harmonic content that we don't often hear in progressive types of music, but that's super common in anime, and to hear the two blended together is just insane. Listen to this. I don't even know where to start with that. Listen, okay, hold on. Wait, because I've listened to this so many different times trying to figure out what is even going on here. And this isn't even the most important thing, but I was just immediately blown away by what is that? What's happening here? Maybe it's like E minor to like an E flat major 7 to an A minor 7, A flat minor 7. Really? I mean, maybe, listen. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so this section we go to like an E flat major 7, where kind of the whole thing expands into this E flat major 7 section. Listen to this. Then we're starting to move down. There's B flat major with a D in the bass. But now listen to this. Listen to this. B flat major 7, B flat over D, then what was that? So we have a D flat major 7 there. And then where do we go from there? Whoa, okay, hold on, wait. It does something there that I can't really hear that well, but we end on D. And then where do we go? Back to our G minor home bass, G minor 7 home bass, but then we do the anime thing. Check this out. This happens so frequently. And it's one of these things that's it's so interesting because in a lot of this type of music, we hear this all the time. And it's something that in maybe like American pop music, we don't hear as much. So it's like a staple sound of anime, and it's this. Listen to this. Ready? That right there. Now that sounds maybe not like such a big deal, but it is, because we're going G minor 7, and then we get a 2-5, F minor 7, B flat dominant, leading to the E flat major 7. This type of sound is used all over the place in anime, and it's like such a classic sound in this genre. Sometimes you'll get like a chromatic movement there. We don't hear that here, but we get G minor 7, F, B flat, and it's something as simple as a 2-5, but the way that it's used is just such a classic sound in this, and it's unusual to hear in this type of music, this sort of like prog rock, like math rock kind of genre. Oh! Whoa, okay. We just walked right up from our G minor home bass. Then we get like an F over A, B flat, to like a C7. Let's flip it minor. Walk up to the E flat major 7. Yeah. And then we get that D flat major 7 again. That is just such a cool opening. And so already we're just hit right in the face with this insane, harmonically rich example of what is basically progressive rock or math rock, whatever you want to call it, but with this anime harmony that we hear all the time, these chord changes that are so iconic in this type of music. If you've ever thought that what I do here on the channel seems difficult, being able to hear songs and instantly just know how they're constructed, well, it's actually not nearly as difficult as you may have thought. Everything I do here on the channel, I do with my understanding of the basic building blocks of music. And I use the piano to help me contextualize and understand that information. And that's why I wanted to put together some things that I feel are essential for taking your musical skills to the next level. For a limited time, I want to invite you to take advantage of a brand new bundle. The Jumpstart Bundle is your key to supercharging your musical skills, starting with our instant piano guide. Now, this is actually a free course, but I've packaged it here just for your convenience, and I think it's a really great place to start with this bundle. It's gonna literally get you playing the piano piano in minutes. And then moving on from there, you're gonna dive into Piano Jumpstart. Now, the whole idea behind Piano Jumpstart is to learn even more stuff on the piano, still without any reading music or any music theory. And what that course is gonna do is it's gonna familiarize you with some chords and some chord progressions, which you can use to play literally hundreds of your favorite songs. And from there, we dive into my Intro to Music Theory course. The word theory is always thought of as this super complex thing, but really all theory is just naming some stuff that you probably already know the sound of. That's where we'll start to build up some of those essential music skills. So if you want to take advantage of the Jumpstart bundle, it'll be available for a limited time using the link in the description below. And you guys, that is how I support this channel. I've taken sponsorships in the past and kind of done the more traditional YouTube thing, but I always felt like I was sometimes promoting things that weren't really relevant to me or you, and I thought it would just be so much cooler if I could build something that's directly from me, built specifically for you. So if you'd like to take advantage of that by using the link in the description down below, I'm so appreciative of your support. And that's literally just the beginning. I want to talk about a couple other tracks from this, but first, I want to contrast that opening with the brilliant ending to season 1. Listen to this. Okay. Like what? Wait a minute. See, here's the thing. So now what's fascinating about this, already you can immediately hear the vibe that we're using for this ending, but especially if you read the comments and what viewers tend to think of this ending, it's great, it's amazing, but people are like, this is interesting. Someone literally almost dies. Ending. Boogie time. Anime, mostly death. The ending, cha-cha real smooth. I think this is perfect. It's like the outro's so happy. Definitely the story's gonna be the same, right, guys? Guys? That's basically a perfect description of this. But it's yet another brilliantly written theme. And then we do exactly what we just talked about as being that iconic anime chord progression. Listen to this. Now, but there's something else going on there. What is that? I think it just goes to G flat. There might be something else happening in the brass or whatever, but it's that exact chord progression we were talking about before. B flat minor, then we get this 2-5 going down to G flat major. Okay, we're just changing key for absolutely no reason. That's cool. I think we just went up a half step, but yeah, that's a great way to build it up. Now, opening 2 takes on a little bit of a different harmonic approach. It's not quite as involved as the first one, but we still get that like prog math rock sound. Whoa, okay, so again, this is kind of similar to the first one. It's a little bit hard to hear, but the first thing we heard was E flat, except the very first thing that happens is actually D. So this must just be a whole step above where we're actually going. Then, okay, there's some stuff going on there, and again, it's hard to hear, but we're listening to the low end to look for that information. Oh man, what is that? Oh, check it out. So we have, it sounds like we're kind of like moving in power chords, right? So we have D, we go to F, G, and then I'm hearing there's that E flat that we heard as the very first thing in the entire theme. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so check that out. We're getting the B flat with the sharp 11 as the melody. So we have B flat major, the chord, but our melody is the sharp 11. That's such a beautiful melody to use there, because then against the D minor, now it's the 9th of the chord. Ah, there's our resolution. So we get B flat, and then finally we hear, you might consider that the whole tune maybe is in the key of F, right? Or key of D minor, kind of the same thing, right? They're relatives of each other, so who really cares what it is? F major, B flat, F major, C, there's D minor. So we could just, if we wanted to, we could just go around and around just like that. B flat major, resolve that to F major, C major, D minor. And in some ways, it almost feels like both D minor and F major can kind of be seen as like a home base here. And again, that makes sense because they're relatives of each other. So who actually cares? Yeah, and the rhythms that we use here, where we get a lot of the interest here is with that prog sort of math rock vibe that uses a lot of rhythm, mainly dotted quarters. Now, dotted quarters in this type of music are some of the most powerful things we can use to create momentum, to create excitement, right? We've seen it used all over the place in all different kinds of metal. It's a staple sound of metal, I feel like. Doom Eternal is one of the greatest examples of this that we can point to. So even though we're using simpler harmony here, we can get so much energy out of the rhythm. Oof. Wow, I mean, right off the bat, my brain immediately goes like, what is that? And I'm hearing like, almost like an E minor sound to like an E minor half diminished sound, like that. Oh, yeah. Woo! Okay, hold on. Wow, there's so much going on. We kind of have this chord progression going of like C major to like this chord, which I don't think it's not straight B minor. It's almost like a G major, like G major 7 with its third in the bass. Maybe if we add a 9, that's super cool. This is a beautiful voicing. Just like that, check that out. And then we get E minor, and then I think I heard like an A minor 7 in here. It's just so much cool stuff. And this is like that sort of prog rock, math rock kind of thing. And it has so many of the similar components between the guitar sounds and the harmony used in here. And just like the rhythmic styles, it's just amazing. Oh, but we get that string melody in there as well. Yeah. And piano too, like there's a lot of piano in there. This is just like such a cool mix of different instrumentations and different harmonic progressions here. People feel this sort of like, there's a sadness to it, but there's also a motivation to it, which is perfect for the character. And the soundtrack just goes to so many places just like this, but even things that haven't even been used yet. This is one of the things I think is super cool about this anime, is that there is an official OST that hasn't even been used in the anime yet, and everybody's just like waiting for this to be used. I think that's just such a cool thing. Like, imagine building up hype for characters or for plot lines or for things that people are expecting, but I feel like it's pretty unique to build up hype where people are expecting, like, where is this theme that they've released that we know that we can listen to? Where is this gonna be used? Because it hasn't been used yet, and it's pretty sick. It sounds like this. Check it out. Yeah. The subdivisions going on here. I mean, you'd have to plot this thing out on a chart. There's so much happening. Oh yeah. Woo! All the while, A minor 9. Oh, the bass comes in. Whoa! on, wait a minute. Oh, check that out. Okay, so we've been sitting here in this A minor place for the whole time, you know, A minor 9, right? And then we get the F major finally, and then we go to, I think that's E dominant. I don't know how it's voiced. Maybe it's flat 9, maybe, I don't know. And then, but then we need to land on A minor, but we can get there in the coolest way possible. Check this out. Chromatic from B, presumably minor. Is it? Maybe? All I'm really hearing is B, B flat, A. It might be like a minor 7 sound, like maybe. Like I don't know if all those notes are played, but that sounds kind of like what we're getting at here. Right? So we go there it is! That's the 2-5. That's the 2-5 that we talked about at the very beginning, the classic anime sound. We do a 2-5 going back to that F major. It's used everywhere. It's all over the place. And it's such an iconic part of this sound. And it's something that I think makes the usage of prog rock, math rock, whatever you want to call it, a little bit unique because it's applied to the anime sound. And that has its own style. And the blend of the two is just unbelievable. Check this out. Oh, wait, there's something in there. Whoa! So we have a G minor 7, and I'm assuming it just goes to C7. That's like a 2-5 if we were going back to F major, but there's something else in there. What is that? What is the one in between? Oh boy. You know what? I'm giving up. I don't even know. I'd have to listen to it way closer for way longer. Don't care. It's awesome. That's all we need to know. Wait. Circle of fifths. Yikes. We could just do that. I mean, literally, like, all right, if we went circle of fifths to do this, we'd go 2, 5, 2, 5, to get to F major. But you can tritone sub out all of the 5s, where instead of using D, use its tritone, so we get A flat instead, then use G minor, and that's a 2-5, but instead of using the 5, use its tritone, which is G flat, and all you get is a chromatic walk down. That's what a tritone sub essentially allows us to do. You can just get there super easily instead of going. It's kind of the same sound, it's just instead of jumping around with bass lines, we can just go right in one nice motion. That's what that sounded like to me. I don't know what the qualities of the chords are, but I feel like that's the direction it goes. Yo! Come on. Are you serious? That's wild. That's absolutely wild. This soundtrack is nuts. I don't know. I just discovered it. I'm probably the last one to the party, but you know what? We had to talk about it because there's so much going on in here that is just incredibly cool. And what an insane usage of this prog rock, math rock thing in the context of anime, in the context of so much of the traditional harmony we hear in anime. It's full of incredible stuff. I wanted to share it with you. That's all. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.